It is not necessary that every individual, not even that every generation or many generations, should have the physical instrument of sight in order to be able to form images and to think, that is, form ideas or conceptions, but sometime or other, during the process of evolution, the eye certainly must have existed, else thought, as we understand it, would be impossible. Else conceptions, like spirit, intellect, mind, call it as you may, could not exist. It is conceivable that in some other world, in some other beings, the eye is replaced by a different organ, equally or more perfect, but these beings cannot be men. Now what prompts us all to voluntary motions and actions of any kind? Again, the eye. If I am conscious of the motion, I must have an idea or conception, that is, an image, therefore the eye. If I am not precisely conscious of the motion, it is, because the images are vague or indistinct, being blurred by the superimposition of many. But when I perform the motion, does the impulse which prompts me to the action come from within or from without? The greatest physicists have not disdained to endeavor to answer this and similar questions, and have at times abandoned themselves to the delights of pure and unrestrained thought. Such questions are generally considered not to belong to the realm of positive physical science, but will before long be annexed to its domain. Helmholtz has probably thought more on life than any modern scientist. Lord Kelvin expressed his belief that life's process is electrical and that there is a force inherent to the organism and determining its motions. Just as much as I am convinced of any physical truth, I am convinced that the motive impulse must come from the outside. For, consider the lowest organism we know, and there are probably many lower ones, an aggregation of a few cells only. If it is capable of voluntary motion, it can perform an infinite number of motions, all definite and precise. But now a mechanism consisting of a finite number of parts, and few at that, cannot perform an infinite number of definite motions. Hence the impulses which govern its movements must come from the environment. So, the atom, the ulterior element of the universe's structure, is tossed about in space eternally, a prey to external influences, like a boat in a troubled sea. Were it to stop its motion, it would die, had to rest. If such a thing could exist, would be matter dead. Death of matter. Never has a sentence of deeper philosophical meaning been uttered. This is the way in which Prof. Dewar forcibly expresses it in the description of his admirable experiments, in which liquid oxygen is handled as one handles water, and air at ordinary pressure is made to condense and even to solidify by the intense cold, experiments which serve to illustrate, in his language, the last feeble manifestations of life, the last quiverings of matter about to die. But human eyes shall not witness such death.